So I was actually a nightclub DJ in my 20s, and I knew I couldn't live that lifestyle with growing a little bit older. Loved it, but I saw that this was a great place to come in and maybe transition with my love of music and hosting things and getting into radio. So my first shows were actually after midnight, and a lot of that type of format back then anyway. Well, as the host of the Indie Wake Up Call, I'm live, and I think that's very important for that show. It's got to be on the fly, which I think perhaps I am a little bit too much on the fly some mornings, because I do come in and just sort of roar in and get going. I have an idea of what my show is going to be like, but it's certainly not moment to moment planned that way. But that's what I like about the show being live, is I start to get some tweets in and I start to get some phone calls, and then we just roll along from there. And it's a bit of fast and loose, honestly. That's how I like it. I've worked with a lot of bands who've come in. I've gone out to a lot of festivals and talked to a lot of bands, brought the content back to the station, and that's really fun. It's great I love it when they come in here and look around and see what they think a radio station should look like, because a lot of commercial formats now, as wonderful as they are for the community, they don't look like a radio station anymore. It's usually just an open Mac on the table and there's no music. And the first thing I love to do when I bring people here is take them to that vinyl library. It's so exciting. And those are the moments that I will really remember, is working with a lot of the artists, whether they're seasoned professionals, like when we had stars in here, they were just enamored with the place. But then we get kids that are, their first and second gigs are often in this room, and that is equally exciting. So those are the moments that I'll always look back at and enjoy remembering. Yeah, I will say it. I think weird is good, and I think a lot of us are weird. A lot of us are off to the shadows a little bit, and we are pretty passionate about what we do. So sometimes you'll turn on CFRC and say, what is this? But the people producing that show, they really care a lot about what they're doing, and they know a lot about what they're playing. So there's that production side of things where you're not just a talking head. You've produced that show, and you are very invested in the content of that show. And I think that's where the community aspect comes in, because we have the spoken word aspect and the musical aspect, which is a crazy range. And I think there's something for everyone here, and it's important to stay weird. Why do I still come in here and do my thing? That's a great question, and I don't get asked that very often. I think I've been here for so long now that it's like an appendage now. It's just, okay, this is a part of what I am. And I've said before to the students, especially around me, because there's always young blood in here, I'm like, if I seem to not know anything about music anymore, or completely have gone commercial on you, just change the locks, don't let me in anymore. So I feel as long as I'm enjoying new releases and new music and the music scene itself, then this is a place that I'll still want my entry key to work on, because it's exciting, and the youth component as well, and all these new students that come in every year that inspire me, that's a big part of it too.